What up, everybody? You're now tuned into Candid Conversations. I'm your host, Brandon Lampley. Got another special guest today. Introduce yourself to the people, man.
What's up? What's up? My name is Ryolijah, artist, Jacksonville, Florida. On the come up right now.
For sure. Definitely on the come up, sir. Definitely on the come up. I know you told me about, you did music.
Oh, hold on, Brandon. Hold up, dog. The thing is doing what it was doing at first. You gotta give it about 5 seconds to even out.
You having a hard time hearing me?
Yeah, it's starting to do that little stutter again. It said it when I joined at first.
Brian Boyd, what's going on, baby? Say we in here. Appreciate you for tuning in, bro.
Oh, here we go.
You hear me? Right. You good?
Yep. We good now. We good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. So I remember you first met you, of course, working a job, and you told me you rap, and said and I noticed we have good conversations about music. Right. Your catalog is very extensive for a 21-year-old young man, I must say. But I mean, it's not very surprising because it's your passion. So talk about your passion and talk about music and your first introduction to where you was like, man, I think I want to do this.
All right, so I'll tell you, I was pretty young. I say I was about maybe a third or fourth grader, just about. And my mom, like, she was a big Christian, and so she wasn't really with me, like, listening to like certain type of rap music back in the day. You know what I mean? Because it was like you know how it is with those conservative parents.
Yep.
And one day, I mean, I got to the point where I was just like, I need to like be able to listen to the type of stuff that my friends were listening to. And I mean, my mom already had this certain thought pattern in my head that I didn't even have laid out for myself. And I mean, I remember just sitting there, not even being my own person yet. And I watched 106 in Park. And this is when Drake was first coming out during that time. And it was like, this is a new artist who goes by the name of Drizzy Drake. This is his first song coming out from his debut album. It goes by the name of Over. And then they played it. Man, I know when that fucking violin came on and I heard him saying Young Money, like, bro, everything just changed for me. By the time the song was done, bro, I was shocked. I was put into a new world,
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. You talk about Drake coming out and his ascent and him getting with Young Money, because he was independent at first, and he dropped that Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, and that so far gone. Just that mixtape, man. That mixtape, put him over the top. Yeah, it changed the game, and from then on, man, it's been up for him.
For sure, and I mean, I think that has a lot to do with where I'm trying to go right now personally as an artist, because I saw this person as young as I was, and I saw like really their climb, and it made me think like, damn, man, this is possible. Like, this is a young kid from Toronto who, like, Canada wasn't really big on hip hop back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And he was single mother, didn't have any siblings. Man, I was single mother, didn't have any siblings. I felt his story. You know what I mean? I came from Alabama, like a place where you barely hear about any hip hop artists like really making it come from. And I said, damn, man, like if he can do that, why the hell can't I?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I feel that. And yeah, his story, especially story you got with his dad. Dad was, in and out, but you can understand why his dad the way he was, because he's still that way now, even as an old man. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
And like as far as parents go, especially stuff like that. I mean, a lot of people who have issues with their parents or things they did or things they didn't do or issues. One thing you got to realize is you got to look at it through their eyes, and when the decisions they make and at the ages they made them, and just realize that nobody has it figured out, man. Nobody. They're going to make mistakes. They're people. Just like us. Like, you're going to make mistakes in your lifetime. I'm going to make mistakes. Parents make mistakes, Yeah, it's what it is,
bro. It's about happening. It's all about if you're going to learn from them, though. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That's That's it's what I talk to my girl about, man. It's the difference between the winner and the loser. It's like how you look at your L. Is it going to be like a loss or a lesson? You know.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Definitely. So man, so you started. When did you start rapping?
I started rapping about my ninth grade year. I was 14 years old, man. Um, I was actually an athlete before that, and I had been going to a city school for a little minute. And this new high school that I ended up having to go to, it was like deep up in the country in Alabama, you know, like, and I
Mm-hmm.
was never exposed to that before, and I hated it because there was no track for me, like barely any type of track team for me to like actually thrive in, and I went from being on like some championship type stuff to nothing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I had drive, and I was like, I'm not just gonna stop, you know. Like I have all this energy, I have all of this energy, all of this feeling, you know. Like I need to put this passion somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew that I was meant for something, and I just know that one day I sat down when I was just like working out on the normal, and knowing I wasn't an athlete anymore, I just knew like music always just it did something. You know how it is, man. When you in a little
Yeah.
workout or something, you hear the music and it just gets you in that mode. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like thing is, I felt that all the time, even when I wasn't in a workout mode, like trying to get turned or whatever. Like it always just took me to a different realm. And so, I mean, that summer I decided I was just gonna go ahead and start doing music, man, because I needed to do something with that energy, and I needed to do something with all that passion, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. 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 Just just imagine. So you started then, and the internet is one of the greatest tools known to mankind. Man, it's one of the greatest. One of the best and worst things to happen to us is the internet,
yeah.
especially social media. And so just imagine on your path to be an artist. Just imagine this. Just imagine you have to buy studio time,
Mm,
pay producers, pay beat makers, pay whoever making music. Then you have to pay for the production of it to get it on CDs or even get it on cassettes. Even before CDs, get it on cassettes. Then you got to go to radio station after radio station, producer after producer, record label after record label, and get people to listen to your music and basically sell yourself. Like now today, that's taken away for the artist. You don't have to do that. All you got to do is make your music and do some promotion online or whatever,
right.
and you can start to gain a following naturally, just like that. Just imagine you had to do the boots on the ground work like those that came before you. How
Man,
crazy would that be?
oh man, I don't know. It would have been different. I know I don't think I would be a rapper, bro. Like I'm pretty sure like I wouldn't be trying to do that. That wouldn't be the route that I'd be trying to take, man, because the world was just different back then. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah. There was no place you could put it for anybody to go access it. That you had to put it in people's hands in order to do it. Like Master P started out the trunk. T-Pain started out the trunk.
yeah,
That's how they started, man. And that's why the kids today, man, just know the internet is a tool that has made things much, much easier for you today.
no doubt, no doubt.
Shoot, even with me with this, man, I'm growing, but growing slowly.
Mm.
But imagine if I had to go talk to people and walk up to people, hey, you should tune in to me talk. Well, who are
Yeah,
you? Why would I? Why would I would be interested in listening to you
bro.
talk?
It's what we said, man. It's a different world. You know, our grandparents. We used to talk to our neighbors back in the day. We used to talk to everybody, man. Right now, you just try to go up and talk to some stranger like that. It's gonna look at you crazy, like, bro, what's
Crazy.
good with you? You know, like if you're not asking for directions or help, you know, or offering something of equal exchange. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. So, but now all you got to do is say, hey, people find out you're an artist, or tell people you're an artist. Hey, you can go to this place to listen to my music. I tell people, hey, I do like I'll talk to some people tonight. I was like, yeah, I got a show to do. Oh, what type of show do you do? Oh, I used to started covering sports, but I say, but now I'm branching out because I could talk just about anything. So I have people on doing interviews, doing guests, stuff like that. But even then is to for somebody to want to listen in or tune in. All they got to do is click a button and you get my content like that. And I
Just
don't really have to truly sell myself to them. They can look at the content and judge for themselves.
facts. I mean, and that's the thing that you were talking about, the gift and the curse that comes with the internet, man. But it's all about like how you maintain your time at the end of the day. I feel like
Yeah.
you can use that to excel and to just go like to different heights with it, or man, you can just go ahead and be somebody who looks at other people's life the whole time, and you don't do anything else with yours.
Yeah. Oh
It
yeah.
scary world.
Yeah. And what's even funnier is those who would hate on you because you took the initiative to go after your dreams, and they're just sitting back, not doing anything with their lives. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's like, how can you hate from outside the club, man? You can't get in. Like, what?
Man,
Like, I
what?
mean, why? Okay, but that's the thing, though. You can get in. You can do this. You can get. Hey, you can get a mic just like this. You get a computer, get a camera, get some
Oh
lights, and you could talk and you can do whatever. You can do the same thing I'm
man,
doing.
what? It's all in the
Everybody doesn't want to put in the work.
exactly. But it just takes, bro. I'm telling you, it just takes a little something, man. It could be even as small as the talks. Somebody could just come across our conversation tonight and be like, man, like what they were talking about is interesting. They actually got a point, and then they could go ahead and they could be on the same wave. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
just because it's nothing but good energy inside of the club. You know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, I would rather be inside the club where I know people are going to judge me, because that's how it's just going to be, whether you do good or bad with your life. Like, people are going to judge you. So why not do what the hell that you want?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
let me get in the
Yeah.
club with it.
Yeah. I always say, people are going to dislike you whether you lie or whether you tell the truth. So you might as well speak your truth.
Facts, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's it. So, what is your creative process like? Like, how do you start it out? Do you go off the beat? Do you come up with your hook first? Do you come up with your verse first? Like, what? How does your creative process go?
All right. So for me, it's really, I'll go ahead and I'll just find a beat. I have to go through like multiple ones, man. Like, I'm sitting around, I ride around, I do DoorDash right now to go ahead and fund this. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I'll ride around in my car, bro, all day, just have beats going over and over and over again, different ones. And once I find one, I'll go ahead and I'll just chill out. I'll write to it, you know, try to get the hook. But I don't try to just write, I try to freestyle it. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Because if you freestyle it, it's pure emotion. But at the same time, I'm the type of person who I like to think my stuff out. I don't like to purely just freestyle. So I do something called freestyle writing, where once I feel it, I'll write to it. Then I have to run it back all over again. What I wrote, I'll go through it and I'll feel what the next words should be. And then I write those down, run the beat back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you basically you build it. You build it
So
basically. That's
yeah,
what it sounds like. Yeah.
the crazy part is that like all the running back that I have to do, by the time I'm actually finished with the song, I have the song memorized and ready to go. So when I go to the studio, I can go ahead and just lay it down.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would tell you, if you've never looked them up, do some research on Prince and Michael Jackson and look at their creative processes and how they did things. I mean, it's very, very interesting. They say Prince used to get a lot of his music from his dreams. They say sleep. Sleep is what helped his creative process because things will come to him in his sleep. Michael was the same way. But also like Michael, they say he will walk around and he just bang on random stuff in random places, and he'll hear a certain sound he likes after tapping on it. He say, "Hey, record that right there." And they go put it in
Yeah.
the beat. Yeah, yeah. So he literally was building beats.
I mean, bro, but that's the crazy part is like that type of way of structuring your music, man. Like, I think that's a great, because you find individuality within that. Like, to be able to construct your music in a certain way that's different from others of just going ahead and writing, man. Like, it takes like true individuality, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's not something that's easy at all. Like, especially if you're trying to be a game changer. You know, I do my normal hooks and verses like everybody else, but as I said, my process of going through it is totally different. You know,
Yeah.
back in the day, it used to be hard for me to do it. I might write a verse down, um, and then I might just leave it alone for a few months. You know what I'm saying? And it's just because it used to be that hard, but I've gotten to that point now where I've been able to be like rapid fire with it. You know, if you don't use it, you lose it. But the more you use it, the better that you
Hmm.
get at it. At the end of the day, you know, it just
Yeah.
comes quicker.
Yeah, and I've learned that one thing about being a creative, regardless of what it is that you're creating, but when you got to bring it from up here and create it on your own, it's a lot of stuff that you create that most likely will never see the light of day. Like there's music I know you're gonna make that no one is ever gonna hear.
Bro.
Like T Pain did like a Everything Must Go track. If you go to T Pain's YouTube page and put in Everything Must Go, and he dropped 2 volumes of music that he made back in the day, and he
Yeah.
never released it, and he released it. And dude, he got some songs on there that would have been hits back in the day, dude. You got to check that out. It's pretty good.
You see, you just gave me a little idea because I feel like I have a lot of songs that are like that, but because I have like 100% feeling that they have nowhere near the potential that the current songs I'm doing have.
Mm-hmm.
I've left them alone. They're in my little graveyard, man. Like they're still there, of course. Like I still want to record them because I still think I said a lot of good things on a lot of different songs that I wrote. But those were the songs of me trying to find my sound. So you're gonna hear like different type of things instead of something that's like precise right now. You know, you'll hear a
Mm-hmm.
precise sound from me right now, but back then, if I dropped a T Pain Everything Must Go type of thing, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You'll hear something that might be trapped. Then you'll hear something that sounds like it's from Ellie Goulding. You know, you might hear something that's like Lil Uzi Vertish, and you might hear something that actually came from an anime itself. You know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
it's cool because I've gotten to the point of all of those things, and I just told you I found a way now to have like one precise sound, but still let all of those other little things stick out within it.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Yeah, like even me, I have things where I've recorded. I got stuff on my phone for days. I got stuff on my computer. It's a little thing I had started on, kind of like a ode to football,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully one day I want to get it to where I can do like a video of me talking about it, having like the football stuff and the different highlights in the background, and basically being able to talk about my love for the game and how crazy individuals actually are for putting on a helmet and crashing into a person over and over again for 3 hours. It's insane. I don't know why they do it, but we love it.
Oh man,
Yeah, so it's gonna be. I'm still working on it. It's gonna be good though. It's gonna be good. I'm still
I'm here
working on
for
it.
it, man. You got to keep me updated on it.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. So, who's the artist that you would most like to collaborate with?
At this current moment in time, let's see. The one person that I absolutely have to collab with, I would say, man, it would have to be Trippy Red right now, man.
Trippy Red.
Trippy
Now,
Red.
I'm not gonna lie. I've never listened to any of Trippy Red's music, and if I have heard it, I didn't know it was Trippy Red. So, but I do know who that is. I do know who that is.
I'll put you on, man.
Yeah, yeah, I do know who that is. I know you mentioned him before. I know when we've been in our talks, you brought him up before, and I was like, I gotta listen to something, man. Because even with the young guys today, a lot of older people they dismiss them because you know all it seems like. Which, and I was gonna ask you about that. You already got the hair color, so when is the face tats coming in the criminal record?
That
I
is
mean, because
not coming. You don't have to worry about that because I'm on some different stuff. I'm telling you, that's not me. I'm gonna just tell you. I found like a little way to just to like I guess you would say like sneak with the industry because
mm-hmm,
I've noticed what like stuck out, but I also noticed like the things that stuck out were things that were kind of cool to me, like the colored hair. Like I'll tell you, to me, that looked like something I saw from an anime. I would think that that was cool. Always thought it was cool. But face tattoos, I never saw that in animes like that. And when I saw it in real life, it wasn't really for me. Like, plus, I think I got a pretty nice face. I don't feel like messing it up.
Right, right. Hey, that's why. Did you hear Post Malone? The reason he tatted up his face because he said I was already ugly, so let me go
Yeah,
ahead and
man.
put
Might
some
as
art on my face. I said,
hey,
man,
hey, man.
that's how he felt. So, hey,
Facts. But
yeah.
I'll be real. I said Trippy Red to you, but that's out of who's alive right now.
Mm-hmm.
If we're talking about people who like have passed away, but like if they were still alive, it would most definitely be Juice World.
Okay, Juice
Without
World, man. I Lucid Dreams, man. That's that. When I heard that, I was like, man, who is this kid, man? I said,
yeah.
man, I said, and his that song and his music kind of encapsulates the way things are today.
Mhm.
Because if you really pay attention, it's all about feelings today. Because like, yeah, you got the back in the day, it was the money, clothes, hoes, and drugs, and all of that stuff, and that drug flow rap. Drill music had its time. You had the Texas boys with the sipping lean, sipping the dirty Sprite, chopping
Yeah.
the screwed. You had the Bay and them out on the West Coast with their funky sound. You had the New Yorkers. Now today, it seems like no matter where they're from, now it's about feelings today. Everybody in their feels today. That's why they give Rod Wave so much credit. It's like, dog, how can you be this depressed all the time? I mean,
See,
but that's what it is.
true, true. But I'm gonna tell you, man, that's the thing that there's gonna be another wave coming very soon, and you're gonna see. I'm gonna be helping bring this wave to the forefront. But it's
Mhm.
also about talking about like the overcoming type of feelings. Even though like you're acknowledging these dark ass feelings that you're having, like the overcoming side about it. The like I'm not gonna stand down, like the world wants to keep me down type of stuff. Like that needs to be expressed too, even though I feel like that the dark, oh man, I've been going through that, that needs to be said. I think that also a light needs to be added, man, because this is a very balanced world, bro. Like I speak about balance a lot, and you'll hear that as a theme a lot in my music, man, because it is like it's serious, man. If you think about it, bro, a flower, for example, it can't grow if there's so much rain to the point where it's in a soil that's just like turned into a swampland. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
flooded and it's damn near swampland now. How is it going to grow? It's flooded out. But if it has too much sun beaming down on it, all it's going to do is just shrivel up and die.
Yeah.
You need the balance of the two for it to grow. Of course, you need the soil and the roots, all that other stuff. But in terms of like the weather and all that, you most definitely need the sun and the rain to be working together. The same thing with life. You can't appreciate the good moments without acknowledging the bad, and vice
Oh,
versa.
oh yeah, man. When you talk about that, um, just look at our society today. I talk about all the time how we live in a microwave society. Like everybody wants everything fast now. Nobody wants to wait, and especially for men. Like as a man, especially as a young man, it's hard to tell young men that you got to wait your turn
Facts.
because they see young men who are one percenters that get their success early, like athletes, some entertainers, you got young people, social media influencers, TikTokers, whatever. They're getting fame very early and they're getting money very early, and that's what people want. You tell a young cat, yo, he want the money, he want the cars, he want the clothes, he want the girls, he want all those things now. But it takes time for men. Men are built. That's what it is. You have to wait your turn. Like a man, most people don't know, man or woman don't know that the most money you're going to make in your lifetime is most likely going to be between the ages of 40 and 55. Like that's just what it is. Like these things take time. Like the
The
average age of a
average
millionaire.
lifestyle.
Yeah. The average age of a millionaire
Yeah.
is 62 years old, man.
No, see there. I'm not here for that. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to become a young one percenter because I'm gonna tell you, bro. Thing is, at the end of the day, the people, the young guys who were talking about, people who are like my age and stuff, even like
Mhm.
the younger guys who even look up to me and guys my age, like they have to understand and realize something, man. Like, who's to say I blow up this year, man, and I get
Yeah.
signed a deal. I promise you, I'm gonna tell everybody this shit did not happen overnight, bro.
Nope.
Like, I worked on this since I was 14 years old while people were partying and shit, going out. I remember sitting at home working on my lyrics, listening to like the old, bro, like old stuff. I'm talking about things before me, bro. I'm listening to Outkast albums. You know, I'm listening to old LL Cool J stuff. I'm listening to Tupac stuff, Biggie stuff, trying to go ahead, Nas, filling out all that stuff so I can go ahead and get a grounding. On top of that, I'm listening to what's currently going on within my sound, within my generation, because you have to be modern. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, what can I do to be different? You know, but I mean, I think I found a pocket. I feel like a lot of people right now my age who have a lot of 5 beats, they're not talking about the type of things that I'm talking about, you know, or they're not intellectual on the type of level that I am about thinking about, man, this has been me being 14 years old. I just turned 22 last week, man, and I'm finally seeing things start to happen for me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and you strive for it, of course, but know that everybody doesn't make it. Everybody doesn't get the big break, and those are things sometimes it just doesn't happen. And so all you do is prepare yourself for when those things don't happen. Always have a plan. Always have a backup. So let's say rapping isn't it. Well, where else can I go and what can I do? Hey, maybe it's in beat making. Maybe it's in ghost writing. You never know. You never know. So
Right.
you always have your plan and just be ready to carry it out. And you got it. L's gonna come. L's are going to come, like you said. Are you gonna take the lesson?
Yep.
You're gonna take the L. Like, what are you going to do?
It's up to you. At the end of the day, it's most definitely up to you. And man, it's crazy though. Like, work ethic is something serious, man. The type of effort that you really do put behind something, to see it paying off, like in reality, bro, in like real time, something that you just thought about in your head.
That's
It's
true
crazy.
happiness.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, there's so many obstacles that I feel like I had to overcome just like anybody else. You know what I mean? But bro, I feel like I just never gave up. And I think that's truly the thing at the end of the day. That's the big lesson. Are you going to give up? Because life is going to keep on knocking you down over and over and over again. But like, are you going to get back up? You know,
Mm-hmm.
like, are you
Shoot.
going to let it keep stomping on you? Like, you're already in pain. Are you going to try to get something out of it instead?
Yeah. Shoot. Look at this. Two artists. Two artists. I will point any young person to when it talks about going after your dreams, not listening to those who say no, and not listening to the doubters and the haters.
Right.
Kanye West and Mike Jones.
Yes, sir.
Mike Jones talks about it. Hey, he got a whole song talking about it. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. That's just not for women who are interested in Mike Jones, man. That's for everybody. He
Right.
talk about women in there, but he also talk about how he would go to strip clubs and he would go to producers. He would go meet with people and he say, how you doing? I got this music. I'm Mike Jones. And people say, who? And he turned that into an empire, saying his name, just like people say, hey, sir, I'm Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. And he turned it into an empire for himself. That's creative. Shoot, Kanye West. Kanye talks about it all the time. That's why Kanye is the way he is. They told that man no at every turn, called him corny, said he couldn't rap. Hey, he said one of my favorite album is College Dropout.
Yep.
Yeah, the very first one. Hey, I love his other stuff, but that's him in his purest form. Because what's up, Harrison? Thanks for tuning in, Brody.
Yep.
He talks about it. He said, "Do lock yourself in a room doing 5 beats a day for 3 summers. That's a different role at 3 summers. I deserve to do these numbers." Like, say what? Of course, you wouldn't beat your chest. You wouldn't beat your chest just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Of course, bro. Come on now, Kanye. Let me tell you, he was the guy who made most of these guys like Cole, Kendrick, Drake, most of the guys who I looked up to and came up on, bro, he's the reason that they are there because he made it cool to not be the street guy. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
he's like, I can still live this lavish lifestyle. I still got my head on straight. He spoke for the people who knew the streets and knew the books. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's
Mm-hmm.
the thing, bro. Like Kanye, I'm gonna be real with you. That's that's
He
probably like somebody who I would want to produce. I would need to produce with me, somebody who I would want to like have a huge conversation with. Like I
yeah.
wouldn't say feature with just because I personally don't even feel like I'm at that point, like artist speaking, because I see him like that in my head. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I don't feel like I'm there yet in my head. You know what I mean? But other than that, Kanye for sure, bro. Kanye's I think I would have a great talk with him, just finding out his genius, his work ethic, like what pushed him to go ahead and say, man, I'm gonna be different because I want to be just like him. I want to be a game changer. I want to be the person that's sitting there like, man, I did something that people did not think would actually happen or actually come into hip hop, merging all these different genres, making a new type of wave and sound, you know?
Yeah. So Kanye wasn't the first, but he definitely he can go ahead and patent it because he made it popular.
Yeah.
Being a backpack rapper.
Yeah,
Yeah, they talk
he
about him.
patented
Yeah.
that. He patented that for sure. That
Yeah.
him and 50 Cent back in the day going at it. What
Oh
was it?
man,
They
that
had the same
and that
release
was
date.
that was unfair. That was unfair because at that point 50 was on his downside and Kanye was on the uptick. That and and I
Kanye was
understand
just
50
trying to
doing
be.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 50 sold more albums off that right there alone anyway. So it was strategic for 50 and it was strategic for Kanye because they
Mm,
both sold more albums than they would have sold
damn.
just because of that beef alone. Because people's like, well, I'm gonna go buy this and I'm gonna go buy that to support 50 or to support Kanye.
Yeah.
But it wasn't much of a competition, and I'm pretty sure 50 saw it that way because Kanye at the time was hot. But you got to realize 50 at his height was about the same as 50's height. It's only a few others that's going to those heights. Um, Tupac, Beyonce, Michael Jackson, DMX, Prince, Janet. Some to say Janet a little bit in there,
Mm.
but you could add other people to it. But oh man, I lost him. Oh crap. Hold on, my people, until I get my man's back. Hold on. Still trying to work, trying to get him back on. Man, we was having a good conversation too. So hold on, just bear with me. Got to build a plane while you flying it. Hopefully, I can get him back on. Yes, sir. All right. You good? Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, man, my phone just died on me. Sorry about that.
I knew it, man. I knew it. As soon as it went off, I said you didn't come right back on because it happens from time to time. People drop off from signal or whatever. But as soon as that happened, I said the phone died. It's been too long.
Dang, bro.
Yeah,
Well, at
no, we
least
good. We good. We
it's a
good.
good thing you knew though. So,
Yeah, no. So we can pick back
oh
up,
wait,
man.
hold on, it's doing that thing again on us.
Yeah, gotta load.
It's loading up. Hold up. Speak now.
Yeah,
We almost
hear me
there.
better?
It's loading up. It's loading up. We almost there.
Almost there. Okay.
Oh. All right, talk.
All right. Better now.
So close.
Just
So
barely
close,
close.
man. I'm telling you, but you can keep on talking because I can still hear you pretty well.
Okay. All right. So to this point, like, what's the best advice you've been given by somebody, whether they're in the industry or not in the industry? Well, the best advice you've been given from somebody outside
Oh,
the
hold on,
industry.
hold on. Now it's glitching you out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, man.
Hey, technology, man. Hey, this always say got to build a plane while you flying it, man.
Hold on. Let me see if I can do something real quick with this. This might help us out. Let me see.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, we almost there. I promise you. All right, talk.
Can you hear me better now?
No. Let me see. Let me see if I can do something with the mic. Audio, microphone. Talk now.
You hear me better now?
Yes, sir. Clear as day.
There we go. All right, there we go. So what to this point, like, what's the best advice you've gotten from, say, somebody who's in the industry and you like they might be where you're trying to go, or they're doing the same thing you're doing?
I would most definitely say make connections.
Networking,
Yes, network.
networking which is exactly what we did. network.
Exactly that. And that's really the thing that changed my life is realizing that, bro, that fact
Mm-hmm.
right there. Come on now, like you can sit here all day that you want, and you can grind your absolute ass off. But if it's not getting into the right hands with the right people, how are you going to get anywhere? You know, you can only go so far,
Mm-hmm.
especially as somebody who's trying to be an entrepreneur. You know, you truly can only go so far by yourself. Like you have to at least go to others for different types of resources, even if it isn't to make connections. You need resources from others to be able to do what you need to do. For you, say your microphone started messing up, man, you need resources from Best Buy or wherever else you would get it, Amazon, somewhere, to go ahead and get your mic together or get something better than what you had before to go ahead and improve. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and shoot, and not only that, too, making those connections, because the older you get, whether you know it or not now, it's not what you know, it's who you know,
You know. Yes, sir.
all day long, man. Because there's a lot of people in places that you like, they probably shouldn't be there, but it's because of who they know. That's just the way the game goes, man. Like people have an issue with nepotism and fathers putting their kids on, mothers putting their kids on, family members putting their family members on, or whatever. But hey, when I'm in that position, I'm going to do the exact same thing. It is what it is.
I promise you. Like, why not help the people who help me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it only seems right. I'm not really with that fake type of shit that other people would be on, like, of using others, because that's not what we here for. You know what I'm saying? We
Mm-hmm.
ain't here on that type of agenda. It's about making pure connections where it's like, dog, like even if it's to the point where you're not making music because that's not what you're doing, bro. Like, I kid you not, I could excel to where I am. Say I get to a big point in my music industry, bro. I'm gonna be like, hey man, do you want to go ahead and like try to have me on your show again, bro? Like, I think
Mm-hmm.
that would go ahead and not only help me, but it'll bring in a totally new audience to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
And,
and
and
that's why building these connections now are so important, because there's no telling where you're going to go. There's no telling where I'm going to go in the next year. So let's say you blow up and you say, "Hey man, I got this, I got that. Hey, have me on, and then we'll do this, and I get you, followers, get you a crowd." Or the same with me. I blow up and I'll
like,
say, "Hey, come on, come on back on. Let's promote your music. Hey, get you more listeners, get you more followers." It's just like that, man. I mean, it takes zero effort to do those things, man. It takes zero effort to show love and to lend a helping hand, man. Because especially as black men, black men we just don't do it enough. I've come across some very, very good black men, doing what I'm doing in this sphere. Guys who've helped me out tremendously, man. Didn't have to do it. They did it simply because they wanted to do it. And
yeah,
without me, and they did it without me even asking, a lot of them, man. And I appreciate them, to this day. And hey, anything they need from me, they got it. But
sure,
you have to build those connections, man. And never always know you're a walking billboard. So you're a walking advertisement for you,
right.
So no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, always purport yourself and act as a professional manner, because you never know who's watching, because somebody could see this, a producer could see this, and they say, okay, who's this artist? I'm gonna go listen to his music. Oh, I like that music. So like, just imagine if you can't talk, you terrible interview, the way you carry yourself, you're rude, you're impatient, all these things, they could say, boom, you lost your chance right there. you
Right.
know so that's why, no matter what, remember, you basically, you're a walking entity, and you have to conduct yourself as such.
You just gave me something else to think about now, because I never thought of it that way. You are a walking billboard. Like, I know about the keep your face card clean, all that other stuff, that they say, but
Hmm.
like, I never heard that before, and I think that that's the truest thing, especially as people who do what we do. That should be said to more entrepreneurs. I feel like
Hmm.
you're a walking billboard, you know,
Hmm.
because any time can be your time. Like, as an entrepreneur, you're just like the average musician. Like you're looking for the blow up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what the entrepreneur is looking for, the blow up, the thing that's going to go ahead and say, hey, I can live more comfortably off of doing something that I love than this 9 to 5 over here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But in the meantime, because you gotta eat, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
We're all on jobs like the job I got now. I'm ready to go. But until I can replace that income, I gotta be there. So I
Right.
have to be
For sure.
patient.
For sure.
Yeah, I have to be patient, man. So that's why no matter what, man, always preach patience, man. They say patience is a virtue because it's rare that it comes like that. You always just be patient and put in the work. And and it's funny, man, because I know and you've seen it. As you put in the work, people start to notice.
Right. Right. No, man. Oh my God. Bro, what? Let me tell you, my life has been changing within the last week. I, I've I've gotten to a point where I've gotten a music video done, which I've never had done for me before. I've gotten to the point where I've recorded 3 songs for an upcoming project, an EP. I've had free studio time for it because of the connection that I've made with the producer, who's also the person who's on the EP with me. That's going to be a side project. I've gotten
Mm-hmm.
to the point of doing this with you right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I have my own little episode as well for my music. You know, it is all in 1 week that this has happened. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
And that's just because I've been putting in the work. I've been
And,
dishing it out there, man, and it's crazy because I'm gonna tell you, patience is true, but I think you also have to have that fighting spirit. I think it has to be a combo of the two, man, because if you
oh
just
yeah.
wait too long, you might just miss your chance, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You might just miss your chance, but you need to be able to go out there and hit the wall real quick. You know, if it doesn't work, you hit the wall, but you get right back up from when you hit the wall and say, all right, I'm going to go out there and do it again. Or if you don't go ahead and go straight out there, you're like, I'm going to learn, take that L, and I'm going to go learn, go back to the books, go back to the basics, go learn something new, find something else that's going to help you. So once you go ahead and you go back to the thing that stopped you last time, you know how to overcome it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then patience is not for you to sit back and twiddle your thumbs and just wait for opportunities to come.
Not at all.
You got to be a go getter. You got to go get it. But patience is just that. Hey, you've been hearing no, 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 and no. You just be patient because then you're gonna hear 10 no's and then you'll get a yes. Then you hear 10 more no's, you get another yes. And then all of a sudden you hear 5 no's and then a yes. Then you hear 3 no's, and then that's how it goes, man. Starting this out, I've approached people just like you about coming on here with me.
Right.
And as many people as I've done, I know I've interviewed, I know I'm up to about 20 to 25 people. But even with the 20 and 25 who've come on, and whether they talk sports with me or whether I interview them style just like this, out of the 25, I've probably heard 100 plus no's, and it's not always a straight out, flat out no. It's, oh, yeah, we'll do it. We could do this. Never hear from them again. They'll ghost me. Or they'll say, oh, I'll let you know, I'm busy here. Or they'll agree to it and then they'll cancel on me because something came up and then I'll never hear from them again. But that doesn't stop me. I've DM'd countless athletes and entertainers and things like that, hoping they see it, whatever. One day somebody will see it, but you got to keep going, man. You got to keep chopping the wood. You got to keep doing at bats because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So you got to do it.
Facts. Facts, man. And that's the thing, man. I'm to that point where I don't care. Some people are afraid to even like, bro, pick up the ball and fucking shoot, bro. Like, I can't do it, bro. Or once they've missed, like we were saying, once they miss a certain amount of times, they don't want to pick up another ball again.
Yeah.
But
fear.
Who exactly, bro? Let me tell you.
Fear.
I'll tell you something about fear. Fear is a terrible, terrible thing. And in my head, fear does not exist at all. I trick myself, I guess you can say, trick it or rewrite whatever. And I
Mm-hmm.
just say recognize danger. Don't do fear, because fear shuts your body down. Fear sends your body into a different state of mind and a shock, and you won't be able to perform, think the way that you want to think. That's off of fear. But if you're like, okay, you recognize danger, this is something that can potentially hurt and or kill me, I'm going to do what I need to do to stay away from that and
Mm-hmm.
continue on living. Having a calm manner of thinking like that, you're automatically able to continue on and keep carrying on and persevering, compared to just freaking out. Oh my God, I can't do this. I can't do this. Wasting all your time, your breath, your energy, and not even being able to have time to think and make a way to get out of your situation.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, fear can paralyze you, man, because fear is good in some instances because like you said, you having that natural inclination of fear, sometimes you need to be fearful in certain moments because you need to understand the gravity of the situation. Like,
For sure.
hey, this is pretty serious. So you do need to be fearful and not necessarily be scared, but just know that that feeling of fear that's coming over you, hey, it's time to make some smart decisions. You know.
Recognize. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Recognize
yeah,
what's up. Yep.
yeah. Oh yeah. And then outside of that, outside of the fear, people just, the reason I hadn't started this before now,
Mhm.
fear. I'm 32, so I could have started this at 22 and been. I just imagine what kind of space I'd be in at this point had I started back then. But knowing back then I wasn't ready, and I probably wouldn't be where I think I would be because at being that young and even getting any kind of success young, I'm glad I did not run into that because getting success early, especially as a youth, very, very young, it can destroy a lot of people. It destroys adults. So just imagine what it can do to children, man.
True. Very true. I think you have to have a certain maturity level before it can happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, not on here to preach my whole life story or nothing like that, man. But like, I've seen my family go through like bankruptcy to actually us having homelessness and stuff all before like I was 20 years old. All of this is happening, and it's just, it's just me. There's no dad in the house. It was me, my mom, and at the time my grandma. You know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, um, yeah, I saw all of that type of stuff, and it made me mature faster than your average kid, because while your average kid will go home and play games and stuff like that, um, I'd go to work. I try to make a way for us to not like struggle during the night, or for my stomach to not be hungry, for me to actually be able to like fall asleep. I needed to actually have a meal on my stomach, but how were you gonna do that if you didn't have money?
Mm-hmm.
Money to get it, because nothing is free in this world. That's one lesson that I feel like I
Nothing.
learned really early compared to your average. Nothing is
Yeah.
free in this world.
Yeah. Sure. That's one of my favorite songs. Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. I can't think of the girl who sings on the track. She had heavenly voice and all that. That nothing in life is free, especially not me. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's it, man. That's it.
And hey, send me that, because I haven't heard that. You need to link me that too.
Oh yeah. That's two songs I gotta sing you. I'm gonna sing you my homeboy, my little god brother, and I'm gonna sing you that. I'm gonna sing you both those tracks, man, so you can check those out.
All
But
right.
so, what is next for Ryo? What's next? What's coming up?
All right. So this Friday on April the 23rd, my first music video will come out. It's for a song called New Breed that'll also be available on all platforms. Song's gonna drop on my YouTube channel, so to go ahead and check it out. I'll be promoting it everywhere as well. So um, you'll see some links on my pages: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and it'll all go to my YouTube. So
Okay.
next
Okay.
right now, after that, I have a little project that I have coming up, and you'll just see I have little episodes coming out. They'll be on that same YouTube channel where the music video is coming out, but it'll have little episodes of us making music behind the scenes and all that before each song comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know right now what I'm gonna do about it. I think I'm gonna try to do it maybe on a bi-weekly basis right now, the way I'm looking at it. Maybe something might change about releasing those episodes, but the most recent thing that's gonna be coming through is gonna be that music video this Friday.
Yeah, man. I came. Yeah, saw the when I saw the poster for it. I said, "Oh man, yeah, I can't wait to see that, man. That's dope. That is dope. I'm gonna repost it on my story. I'm gonna post it on my Instagram. I'm posted everywhere, man. And yeah, yeah,
Appreciate that,
definitely,
dog.
man. I'm happy for you, bro.
Thank
Happy
you,
for you
man.
because I know you put in the work, bro. You put in
Oh
the work.
yeah,
You've been grinding. Hey, and
man. You
that's just
saw
what
me
it
at that
is.
bookstore.
We were, the same thing. We working at that bookstore. What, $9 an hour? Hey,
Oh,
out there, got to deal with attitudes. Got to deal with certain coworkers who are insane. You know, you know, you know.
I hear that, man.
Thank,
I
thankfully,
hear that.
management. Thankfully, management was cool. Shout out to Portia. Shout out to Miss
Shout
Mary.
out to
Shout out to
Port.
Brad. Yeah,
Seriously,
cool people, man. Cool people, man. But hey, it's a grind, man. It's a grind, and you go along to get along. You got to do what you got to do so you can do what you want to do. You know?
facts, facts, man. And I still feel low key like kind of bad, like the way I had to dip out of there, man. But I was sick during that time, and I'm not gonna lie, it felt bad because Portia gave me that opportunity, man. If
Yeah,
Portia ends up seeing this, if Portia sees this, man, Portia, thank you, and I'm sorry. I just want you to know that. Because I'm telling
yeah,
you, bro, that opportunity she gave me, it actually changed my life. Like it actually put me in a position to be able to be like, okay, I can leave. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate that I had to leave the way that I did, but like I was to that point where it was like, why am I showing up, bro? I'm here. I'm at the point where I can actually leave and still find a way to prosper and do what I need to do with my music. You know?
yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, that's life. Things happen. It is what it is. And I always say, even though you would like to leave a certain way and not leave one way, but you always got to remember that a job is a job. And if something had to happen to you, they would have filled the position, had to fill the position anyway.
Oh, for
So
sure. That's
yeah, and
just
they
how
would have
things
did.
go, man.
Yeah, they would have did it in a timely fashion as well. So I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But before we get out of here,
All
we're gonna
right.
end it with a little bit of anime. So top three anime, go. Top three anime, all
So
time. Your all
wait,
time
wait, wait.
favorite,
Are we talking about right now or all time?
all time top three.
All time top three. All right. So I'm gonna tell you, Naruto. This is number one, without a doubt. It's gonna be Naruto. Number two, I'm gonna have to go.
Sharingan.
Oh, bro, hold on. Do you see the Naruto tattoos on the arm?
I see it, man.
Okay.
I see it.
I just
I
all
see
right.
it.
So there's that. Number two, I'm gonna have to go with Tokyo Ghoul.
Okay, I
That,
haven't seen that one.
man, it's great. It's great. It's a long story, but I'll go ahead and I'll send that your way.
Okay.
Let's see. Final one. Right now, I'm gonna tell you. Attack on Titan.
Attack on
Oh,
Titan is dope, man. I watched the first season of it, and I'm gonna finish watching the rest of it because I kind of what I did. This is what I did. I went and read about it. Like as I was watching the first season, I read way ahead of where the story was and kind of got an idea of how everything is going to go. But I got to watch the actual thing and watch how they animate it and put it out. But I read a lot about it. Like a guy introduced me to it, and then I
yeah,
started doing research and I started telling him. So he's like, dude, I don't even know that. You just started watching it like 2 days ago. How do you know that? I was like, bro, I
right.
read.
Man, bro, I'm gonna tell you, I finished the manga. It came out on the 9th, the day after my 22nd, bro. And let me tell you, it had me feeling away. Like I can't say anything about it, but it really had me feeling away because that was probably one of the most well developed manga slash animes that I've seen in my life. And I've binged, bro. Like I've binged animes. I did that in high school. Like I said, I wasn't partying at a certain time, like especially in high school. I did my partying like my freshman year in college, you know?
Mhm.
Um, but like during that time, all I was doing was making music after I came home and watching anime, making music, watching anime, making music, watching anime over and over again. And I'm gonna tell you, Attack on Titan is by far the most well written story that I have seen. Naruto used to be up there for me. It still is. Don't get me wrong. Um, but Attack on Titan, it just hit different, man. Aaron's story,
Mhm.
it hit different.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. I spoiled it for myself because I was like, dude, I gotta know what's happening. Because I started reading. I was like, yo, and I was like, the
It's
conspiracy behind it,
oh
and his dad, and how his dad was involved with it, how he injected him with the thing. And I was
oh
like, oh my God. I say, oh man, it's filled with conspiracy, man.
bro.
Filled with conspiracy. And then they wiped everybody's memory. So people didn't know the walls were just actual titans
Oh,
who
I'm
hardened
telling
their
you,
bodies up. And I was
bro.
like, oh my goodness.
Bro, it gets so much deeper. It's on some Adam and Eve type stuff. That's all I'll tell you. It's really really deep. Like I'm talking about the origins of creation type of deep.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how I like my animes. Naruto got that deep too, to like
Yeah.
origins of creation and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that's just the best part to me. And I think also about Attack on Titan, it's the last thing I'll say about it. It's the fact that the writer, he compared, you know, the walls. He
Mm-hmm.
compared that to his small hometown because he said he felt like the walls is literally what everybody used to be trapped inside because nobody wanted to leave his hometown. Everybody wanted to stay inside. And he used to feel just like Aaron, like, I want to leave. I want to go outside the walls. I felt that on a deeper level when I heard that years back, that was his like reasoning why that he wrote Attack on Titan, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was how I felt about leaving out of Alabama. Like, I need to get away from these walls. I remember standing there with one of my homeboys, like, man, I see the walls all around us, bro. Like, it's just trying to trap us, especially as young black men, bro. Come on now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Come on, bro. The
Yeah. Oh
walls
yeah.
are everywhere for us, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. And then really, I mean, it's got to a point where now you can say that the walls are within our minds now. Dude, people are still enslaved and entrapped within their minds, man. They're conditioned. We've been conditioned a certain way, you know. So now it ain't the physical walls around you. It's what's up here now. And this is way more powerful because you can have
Oh,
somebody somewhere, and if you can mentally enslave them, they're gonna think they're not gonna go anywhere. You can leave them in the open field, and they're not gonna go anywhere because
facts.
they're
It's
enslaved here. Yeah.
mind over matter, bro. Mind over matter. And I think that's why it's so important, bro. You have to like stay on your P's and Q's. Like even now, I do music and stuff all the time, and I'm not in school or anything, but bro, I read. I make sure that my brain stays sharp. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm not trying to be like another victim, another slave to the society that's been had us slaves for years. Come on now, time to break the
Yeah.
fucking cycle.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. So my top three:
All right, run it.
DBZ,
Okay, I knew it.
Dragon Ball Z.
You already know.
Yeah. From the beginning, Dragon Ball Super is something I haven't fully gotten into. I've seen some of it, but one day I'm gonna watch it in mass. You know, and it's good. I've seen some of it. It's okay. But
Yes.
Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and that the F for Frieza, or
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Frieza
yeah. The
movie.
Resurrection F.
Resurrection F. That's it. Resurrection F and Battle of the Gods were really, really good. And then all the other movies that they did.
Have you seen Broly? The newest Broly.
The newest Broly, I've seen bits and pieces. I gotta watch the whole thing, but I heard that it's very, very good. I've heard it's very, very good. So I
As a
do.
DB, as a D, come on. As a
Yeah.
DBZ fan, come on, bro.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lie to you about this. This is hands down better than the old Fusion Reborn movie that they had back in the day.
Oh yeah, then that's pretty good then. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, because
Quality.
The old Brolys are just excellent, man.
Oh, ain't one, bro. All of
Broly's
the
a
old Broly.
monster, dude.
What was your
That dude was
favorite
a
old Broly?
unit. Huh?
What was your favorite old Broly?
I would say probably his origin. His
Yeah.
origin. Yeah.
Yeah.
His origin. Yeah. And they talked about how they basically attempted to kill him, you know,
Yeah,
and
he was a little infant.
yeah, he was an
stabbed
infant.
to death.
Yeah.
They thought
That they thought.
they
They
thought they
thought. They
stabbed his
thought.
ass to death.
They thought. They thought.
And
So
remember, anime
DB
for kids. Remember that.
remember.
It's for
So
good times.
DBZ. We talked about it off camera. Gundam.
Yep.
Gundam. So just about any other majority of the Gundams, they got some versions that I look at and I was like, man, that's kind of weird. But you know, it's always interesting to see where they go with it and how they tell the story. But just Gundam in general, I mean, I couldn't imagine having my own Gundam, going to war and tearing stuff up, man. I always thought that'd be just so cool. And then I don't know if you ever heard of this one, but man, they only have about, I would say, is it 30 something episodes or so? And then they got like 2 movies or so. But Ronin Warriors. Oh my goodness.
No, I haven't heard of that.
Dude, I'm yeah. I'm put you on. Dude, Ronin Warriors, man. It's basically it's not to spoil it, but it's kind of like a samurai anime. And so what they have these suits of armor. They're legendary suits of armor that are and the suits of armors find the users, like they find them, and they put the suits of armor on, and they give them these, give them a little bit more strength, a little bit more invincibility. They got incredible weapons, but what really sets it apart is that there's 5 of them. So there's fire, there's so Ryolijah fire, Kento of hard rock, Ronin of the strata, so like space. You had one that dealt with light, and man, I can't remember the last one, but they all could form this. When they come together, it's like this white armor that comes together, and he gets the power of all of them. And oh my goodness, yeah, what? Oh yeah, man, it's older,
like some upgraded like Power Ranger type of stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised if Power Rangers is based off of Ronin Warriors, man. Yeah, that's basically what it's like. But the stakes are much higher in Ronin Warriors. With Power Rangers, you never felt like the world was in danger.
Never.
Ronin Warriors.
On an anime level, it felt like the world was ending. Like
the world is ending on every anime, just about. Every other episode, the world is ending in an anime.
Oh, I need to get on this. This is for me. That's.
Mm-hmm. And they talk about the demon world, and they have to go to the demon world to fight. Though this is yeah. I'm gonna definitely put you onto that, man, for sure.
Bet.
For sure, man. But man, this was good, man. We did an hour already, dude. The time just goes when I do these things, man.
It felt like back at the job, honestly, bro. Honestly.
Hey, that's my aim. That's how I want to do it. And I always say that even when I was talking about sports, I want to make it to where the average everyday person could watch something I'm talking about with sports and understand it like that. And not understand like, okay, I don't really, because people say, well, I don't really understand sports. I don't really get into it. But I've had people who watch me and watch the breakdown, and they don't watch sports at all. And they're like, man, I really like how you do it. I say, I'm giving you the facts, then I'm giving you my opinion, and I make it a conversation like between 2 friends. That's how I want to do it. And it seemed to be the secret sauce. So that's how I'm gonna work it.
Yes, sir. Keep it dripping.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. But hey, let people know
that you having me though.
Oh, for sure. Let people know where they can find you.
Oh, so at my Instagram, Ryolijah, Ryo, Elijah, Lijah, and then you can go ahead and follow me on my Twitter. It's the exact same thing, Ryolijah. Okay. So.
Oh, I didn't know you was on Twitter. I gotta follow you. I'm following you on Twitter.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Actually, Twitter. I'm sorry, man. That's Lijah. Lijah.
Okay, I got you. But man, I appreciate you for everybody for tuning in. Everybody who's going to watch the playback and the replay, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You see it right down there on the bottom. You see all my handles and my social media. So go follow me, go check me out. All of that right there, man. I appreciate y'all, man. But hey, I got more coming your way. I'm going live tomorrow. I think between 2 and 4. Don't know just yet, but going live with Sean Taylor, and we're going to be talking about apologizing and accountability. It's going to be a good show, man. So y'all tune in for that. But until next time, man, we will catch y'all later. We're going to get more from my boy Ryo because, hey, he going places, man. So we'll check y'all guys out later.
All
Peace out.
Preach.